Whoa, I did not see this one coming. Hello, everyone. I actually did, but I was not expecting to get to this level. So I said if there was a hurricane coming around, if people liked weather content, then I was going to supply a little bit of weather content because I do work in the weather field within Florida over here. But as you can see, there's no hurricane threatening my state, thank goodness. But I want to focus on our friends over here in Mississippi, Louisiana, and portions of Texas, especially extreme northeast Texas and southern coastal Louisiana, coastal southeast Louisiana, extreme southwest Louisiana, and inland western Louisiana and Arkansas, and even going into Tennessee eventually. But mainly down here. Here is Laura on radar. It looks a little lopsided. It looks like there's more rain to the northeast of the center and to the north of the center. Right now, it is sort of, but there is rain hidden down below the radar beam. The radar can only scan about 180 to 200 miles offshore, and it cannot go. It cannot scan past halfway through the backside of the storm, halfway through the eye. It can only scan through the eye and then halfway through the other side of the storm, and it's a little off. See, as it only picks up certain showers or certain thunderstorms on this side of the storm. But as it gets closer to the coast, you'll understand more radar. You'll see more of the storm populate. If there is more rain behind, if there's rain behind it right here, or if it's really just light rain. But I do not see light rain on satellite. It looks nasty on satellite, and I would still go up satellite until it's halfway on shore, like the center of the center, the open hole, the eye, is about 50 miles up the coast. Then you can get the best drift of the storm. But this is bad. Anyone within this path right here along the coast, I really feel bad for you. I honest to God do. And, this is bad. It's going to make landfall somewhere within here. Two out of three times it stays within this cone. And it's going to make landfall tonight. And this is going to be a rough one. Very rough. They did do a position update now that I record now. There is a position update. They are going out. They have Hunter aircrafts flying out there every hour on the hour doing position updates as it makes landfall, dropping sun dawns or whatever they call them. I forgot what they call them off the top of my head. And you can see very outer rain bands extend all the way out to here, all the way up there, and all the way out to almost Mobile, Alabama. Look at that. So, and as this thing hits land, it's going to start unwinding. So when it starts unwinding, you're going to have rain spread out to the east of the center. The rain bands, once the whole storm gets on land and it starts decreasing down to a Cat 2 or Cat 1, will extend. Normally they extend about, hurricane force right now are extending about 60 miles from the center. Tropical storm force winds extend upward to about 200 miles, 205 miles from the center, right there. And it's a huge eye, a very huge eye. I would say this is about, I want to say, estimating 15 to 30 miles in diameter. Center eyes of a hurricane can get as big as 40 miles, and a hurricane can be as wide as 300 miles wide. So this is bad. So we have all this circulation here, down here. It's going to hit the coast as a Category 4, possibly a Category 5. I said possibly, not saying I'm a weather forecaster forecasting this, but I'll at the very end of this recording, I'll look at some models and tell y'all what I'm seeing before I wrap this up video. So we got all this here. Expected to make landfall according to the National Hurricane Center at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time, August 26th, 2020. Hurricane Laura it's gonna be catastrophic. It anything within its path may be leveled, unless you got a real like a school may not be leveled, but most mobile homes will be done. They're not gonna be there. So if you have evacuated, smart, very good job. I actually stand with people that do. And I hope you are in a very safe shelter if you cannot evacuate. This is people that are within mobile homes are not going to be able to live. That I'm saying this now. This is going to be a very nasty storm. And I fear the worst that a lot of people are going to die from this hurricane. This is going to be a bad one. Once again, it's going to make landfall at 150-mile-per-hour winds. It will move off to the northwest and then shift to the north, which may slow its course down. But it normally when they get on land, they start speeding up a little bit. But this may actually slow down just a tad bit to about 13, 14 miles an hour as it makes that turn to the north. And then it will jet off. Because by Friday, it's going to be within Tennessee. So Tennessee, I did not ask for that to zoom out. Tennessee and all that, it will be in your neck of the woods by Friday. Friday afternoon, you're going to have a bunch of rain and maybe some wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour on the mountains. 45. This is going to be a rough one for Arkansas, Louisiana, and all that. And not to add panic or whatever, but let me get them photos. Okay. So, this storm is, like I said, pretty catastrophic. I am watching closely from where I live in Florida. So this is a model. I forgot what model this is, but so essentially this is a wind forecast. Take this with a grain of salt, but this is like a very high probability of what could happen as it makes landfall. You can see the wind totality and all of its cone and all that. The model naming is up at the top. This is a wind forecast. Pretty sure this is actually wind gusts. This actually came from a weather friend of mine down in Tampa. And note the making landfall right in here. Right in here. Look at that. Landfall. Right in there. Oh, this is going to be bad. On each side. Wind gusts. On the left-hand side, on the western eye wall. Wind gusts of almost 170. Around 170 to be precise. 169 miles per hour. On the east side. Right on the center. Right on this eye wall on the east side of circulation. 199 to round it off. 200 miles per hour. Wind gusts. This is bad. This is going to level anything within its path. Now, here is my phone keeps locking because it's got low power mode on. Not because I'm saving power because of a hurricane, no. But, you know, this is going to cause some very life-threatening situations. Let me see something. All right, so this is where it shows it making landfall. Right here. You can see the little wind map at the bottom, the name of the model up at the top, and you can see the image in the center. All right, so if you pause the video or rewind to see it, hey, you can do that. Look at that center. There is no eye. There is no eye, and I'll tell you why. Because it's literally that strong that there will be no eye. The model can't comprehend that. It is at that magnitude of level. Sustained winds at about 148 miles per hour. If any children are watching this, like, I would not appreciate that because, you know, stress disorder and anxiety from future storms will this may traumatize children. This is going to be a rough one to watch. You know, if you're an adult watching this and you got children, shelter them away from this. Literally, I'm not trying to be overprotective about this. This is very, very frightening, very scary. The minimum that you can expect from this storm is 150 with gusts up to 165. Storm, I'm talking. Ground level, the National Hurricane Center, or not National Hurricane Center, the nearest National Weather Service, and my team's calling because we don't forecast out here, but we're just throwing our hat in the ring just to, in case if people need our help. We have friends around here that actually have friends out there, and we're all watching you, Louisiana citizens and Texans. We are all watching, and we are all hoping for the best in this. This is bad. This is extremely bad. Wind gusts forecast for the storm as it comes in and then making landfall, and then you can see decreasing in intensity as it goes up to the north. This is still bad. Here's the actual hurricane making landfall, sustained winds. Look at how wide it is. Its wind field goes all the way out. Look at that. This is crazy. This the hurricane model, the first one, was actually calling this as it was coming. Like the models were calling this 3 or so days ago. I should have made a video, but this is bad. And enough with me rambling, but let's go back to the radar. So this is radar. This is what's coming. So I hope if you could evacuate it, you should have done so last night or earlier this morning. If you still can and you're north of I-10, according to law enforcement, if you can evacuate, please do so immediately. Pack up, leave, get out of this, get into a storm shelter somewhere. Get away from a flood zone. They're expecting 10 to 20 foot storm surge along the coast within this storm. There's a very big swath right at the core of this storm that is going to be 15 to 20 feet. They're forecasting I-10, Interstate I-10, possibly to be 5 feet underwater in some areas due to rivers and tributaries. This is bad. I'll have another update coming up within the next few hours, maybe. If not, I'll try to have an update. If I don't have an update, I'll post little radar clips. Be safe if you are within the path of this storm. My comment section for this video is open for everyone. Comment, everyone. Be friendly, and I hope everyone within the path of this storm is safe. Peace. Be safe.